Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And we are back at it again with some NXT tonight. Dom Mysterio's in action, going to defend his North American title. They're already starting off the show with Rhea Ripley. Rey Mysterio going to be here to cheer on Dragon Lee. We got so much to talk about, so many rumors to get into. Me and that pretty face got 2+ hours. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live and back at it again. Like I said, folks, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are the channel for fans by fans. As I see people coming in the door, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, check out all our links below, and be a part of the family. Like I said before we kicked off, we got a lot of action as Axiom is in the ring. I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Nick's with me today.
Oh, Wrestling for Life universe, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your tag stream champions and feel the power. It's NXT day. Yes, it is. You popped me, and then I stumbled at the back end because he popped me. But I was about to say, much like we got New Day back last night, we are back at it like a jackrabbit. We got NXT tonight.
There you
we
go.
Got Mustafa Ali taking on Axiom. And NXT very much kind of taking a page out of Collision's book that we had from last Monday night. We had Dom and Rhea cutting a promo about the match later tonight. And then we had earlier today, we had Dragon Lee and Rey pulling up talking about it.
No, absolutely. Setting the tone for the night, the main event tonight. Again, very interesting. Rey Mysterio going to be in the NXT building. And I'm not quite sure that that's ever happened before. And Mustafa Ali going to take on Axiom, which I also don't think has happened before.
Right. So, folks, give us your predictions already out of the gate as I see everybody popping in right now. Let us know who you're taking. Curtis is taking Ali for the win. And, hey, Curtis, you'll be excited because they mentioned that it's going to be limited ad breaks tonight. So the ad counter, the commercial counter might not be that high.
Right. Richard Jr. in the house. Well, I hope Edge's opponent will be the newest member of Judgment Day at WWE SmackDown. No, I don't think that's going to work out, but we'll find out.
Right. Yeah. Well, could that be talking about how everyone now, again, is back on the whole train that JD is going to end up in JD? We can talk about that later.
JD could end up in JD, and a lot of people, it's funny. I don't know how I felt about it, but we'll talk about it. Alvarez kind of took my theory and ran with it, and I was really interested by that, but we'll talk about that later. Looking for Dominik. Damien, welcome back. Looking for Dominik Mysterio versus Dragon Lee. Looking forward to. Yes, I think that's the highlight of this episode here for NXT tonight. I mean, we're starting off with good energy. And again, a lot of cruiserweight vibe to NXT lately.
Well, we've got Noam Dar versus Tyler Bate. We've got Axiom versus Mustafa Ali. We've got Dominik Mysterio taking on Dragon Lee. It's very much a little bit of that lucha, that 205, that light heavyweight vibe.
And just to break up that argument, we have Braun Breaker versus Von Wagner.
Right. Well, you got to have that one outlier there, that one little differentiator.
The forehead versus the pecs here tonight. What's up, Steve G? How you doing? Mega's back in the house. You should do the Contender Series streams.
Do we not do enough as it is? Are you not entertained?
Come on now. I don't even know what night it's coming on. And
we're just a little three of us. There's only three of us here.
I mean, there's three of us, and there's only 7 days in a week.
Right.
And 24 hours in a day. And I think we're doing a lot right now to fill those 20 hours.
I was going to say, you help us get to where this is the job, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Pay us.
Whoa.
I almost pulled the Goodfellas.
Boston, what up?
Boston.
Oh, Ashton's in the ring right now. What? Where are my ice cream bars, J-Boy?
Right. All right.
Oh, we've got Reggie.
Reggie Dunlop. Player
Reggie
coach.
coming out for a distraction. Roll up.
Those.
Two count.
Who's he distracting here, though? Ali
Axiom.
or Axiom?
Remember, because they had their whole battle when it was superhero versus superhero, him as Scripps.
There you go. So Scripps had to go get, some henchmen, which he recently did, apparently.
Yeah, the GTA there.
Yeah, GTA. 100%. Andy. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Welcome back, Curtis. What it be like?
What up?
What's good, everybody? Good to see you, TJ Hook, former prediction champion. Another former prediction champion. Collision did its lowest numbers since it has been on Saturdays. Yeah.
It was going head-to-head with SummerSlam.
Amen. And people said, it is what it is. But all they can do is put on a good show and keep plugging forward.
Well, think about it. It wasn't like it was completely not talked about with SummerSlam going on. There was even arguably some people that might have liked Collision more than SummerSlam.
Come on now.
Right.
Ali for the win. Nick, please don't do that again.
What?
I don't know. That's the fun. Be more specific.
Right. I do a lot of things. I got a lot of gimmicks. I got a lot of hats on hats here. So you got to specify.
We're going to get a cease and desist at some point around.
I'm amazed I haven't gotten a few.
All right. Here's GTA. But see, Ali seems quite distracted by these two.
Well, Ali's kind of also, he's halfway supposed to be a heel, halfway a babyface. Roll through.
Mm-hmm. I had better things to watch instead of Collision, to be honest. Fair enough, so did we. But we also watched Collision, and it was pretty good. It really was.
Well, he was probably just here watching us, so that's what it was.
Fair enough, Chronic. Good to see you. Wow, nice suplex through the ropes. Nice.
Jacob, what up, my guy? Any chance they are reigniting the Mysterio family feud?
I hope not.
Yeah, I think that's one of those. We've gotten every little drop out of that we can.
You know what? I mean, things aren't going great for Judgment Day. Could Dominik lose to Dragon Lee tonight? It's possible.
I think it's highly possible because I think that we could potentially see Dragon Lee as GTA and Reggie are leaving randomly. That we could potentially see Dragon Lee join the LWO.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very interesting.
Right.
Over under commercial breaks tonight, 6. I think I might take the push on that one.
It is, a limited ad break, but it's not, no ad break.
Right. What's up, Greg? How you doing? Welcome back. Steve G in the house. Welcome. Taking Ali as well. Richard Martinez has returned. Edge versus Cross after Cross beats AJ. Okay.
Not bad. I could go with it.
Got that one. I think JD and Priest are going to have problems that lead to a match between them at Payback. I saw some people batting around the idea of the Priest putting his money in the bank on the line.
Oh, jackhammer by Ali.
Wow. Good match. Start the show, guys, as far as the energy goes. Can't
Hell
really
of a
complain.
match. The Reggie thing was the only real awkward kind of weird hold up here. Notice, though, we're 10 minutes in already and haven't had a commercial.
Very much so.
Right. Where was it? See money out here saying you should live stream breakfast. What? Pause.
All right.
Rocco, what up, my guy? I truly want 2 matches before Lesnar retires with Gunther and versus Breaker.
I'm down for both. I really am. I mean, one would be great just because Gunther and Brock are powerhouses. And Breaker, I mean, again, it would.
Oh, Axiom with a moonsault on the outside.
Axiom grabbing his leg, though, man. He came down hard.
Yeah. Instantly grabbing right at his knee.
Oh, no.
And not putting much weight on it. Let's see. Hopefully not.
This is awesome. Big kick.
But, well, have you heard people kind of saying that maybe, neck breaker on the outside, with Braun kind of hot, or Brock, I got the words out, hugging Cody and everything at the end of his match, that might have been him either A, kind of riding off into the sunset. I don't know where he's at with his contract, or maybe it could be him potentially going back to that babyface kind of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're not going to see Brock for a little bit. That's my feel on it. And then
DDT.
Yeah. 2.
1, 2 count.
But yeah, I think that I think it was just a passing of the torch, right? People compared it to, Kurt Angle raising his hand after he beat Kurt. So yeah, maybe it's just passing it on. Like, this guy is legit. He's getting the nod from the beast, from the alpha male of our species.
Yes.
This guy's pretty good.
As Ali had a sharpshooter and now has kind of got a crossface. This is getting a little sloppy here. NXT no longer has tag titles. No, they do.
They have male tag titles. They do not have female tag titles for obvious reasons.
Tuesday. Well, at this point, does WWE have women's tag titles?
We don't know. At this point, I mean, really, should we have tag team titles for the women if this is what's going to happen?
I say they're cursed. Bad juju.
Sorry, just a replay of the really huge Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah, he spiked that man.
Great match. And see, this is where Ollie looks great, where when he's not going up against Gunther,
Yeah. He's not super great at being the selling underdog babyface against the giant. He kind of just looks like he's getting just thrown from pillar to post and should be quickly stomped on.
Mega, the question becomes when.
Right.
Larry's in the house. Good to see you, Larry. Rocco's back at it. I truly want 2 matches. We got that one. But
I picked the one whose name starts with A, as Axiom goes flying off the top rope. As Ollie just shoved him off.
Ronnie's back in the house. Hassein's back. John's back. Perry Carey.
Not related to Harry Carey.
Right?
Right.
I can't do it.
No, I'm not going to try and do it. It's beat up. Still doing Will Ferrell.
Yeah, end up doing Will.
450.
Nice. Over.
3 count. Ali. Prince Ali. Fabulous He gets the 1, 2, 3.
Big W for Ali. So we'll see what this means now. I mean, again, I think Axiom was better off being a kid, but that's just me.
Oh, I've said that for
maybe not me.
One.
Yeah.
Instead of him just doing the slow motion entrance and everything.
Now, they're showing a replay here. A little subtle heel move by Ali as he yanked the mask.
Well, he's kind of always gone back and forth with that. He was doing that even with Wesley and Tyler Bate, that whole situation. He's that not quite a heel, not quite a baby face. Not quite good, not quite bad.
Right.
Andy, hey guys, who do you think Rhea will defend her championship against at Payback? I'm hearing that it's Raquel. I would assume so after she jumped there last night.
Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely building towards Payback. And listen, Triple H gave a pretty solid answer as far as I'm concerned. People asked him about the, being left off of the show or certain matches not being on the show. And he said, guys, like, we have weekly shows that we have to fill content for. Oh, wait a minute.
Right, we're getting
everybody down.
Everybody gotten beat. We got jackets.
Oh, okay. Judgment Day.
Schism's just out here, just attacking everybody. Still hunting down the Creed brothers.
I think they're behind.
No, they're right behind you.
Yeah, are they not right behind you? So Judgment Day taking out everybody, pissed off.
Not Judgment Day, Schism.
Oh yeah, Judgment Day Junior, Judgment Day Light.
New House of Purple.
The new House of Purple. And here comes Belina Jordan?
Blaney.
With
Dana Brooke, her manager.
They're like,
this is the one.
All she had to do was go heel, man.
Yeah.
Now I don't like Bellini either.
Bellini. Hubbabaloo, I don't believe this. Yeah, she's the one that got the win over Cora Jade, and then Cora Jade's just decided to hell with NXT, to hell with WWE.
Yeah, there you go.
Now I remember why Mega was asking. Well, it makes sense a bit why Mega was asking for the contenders, because he's Canadian like you, so he can't get NXT.
Ah.
So I see what he was doing there. He's like, no, you guys talk about what I'm watching.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I had to man, what a fucking, excuse my language, but what an absolute ripoff it is to try and watch wrestling as a Canadian at times. Like, literally have the network. I have every sports channel possible, and tonight the show gets bumped. So you got to watch it on a channel that's only available on an app, which costs $19.99 a month, even though I'm paying for all the sports channels and WWE Network, which is currently showing an episode of NXT from 2018. What the
Why?
Help me understand.
You ain't got the answer, Sway. Help me to help you. Help me to help you.
Google won't even carry our news anymore, for Christ's sake. Our government's pissed everybody off.
I ain't gonna touch that. We got Blaine Davenport coming out right now.
Messing with my algorithm, Trudeau.
Yeah, we got a hockey fight about it. Let's go.
I'm down. Down.
Ronnie,
and then New Jersey's the prime minister. Sorry.
You're gonna stone cold stun him? You're gonna go like KO?
Yeah, right.
My ex Tiffany Stratton. Why? The paper champion is on tonight, unfortunately. Wait, hold on. That's confusing. Why are you calling her your Tiffany Stratton and then calling her a paper champion and that she'll be on, unfortunately? Why? I'm confused. Tiffany is fantastic.
Yeah, this paper champion thing about Tiffany, I mean, it blows my mind because she won me over. So it makes me think, like, what am I missing? Like, I thought she was the shit. She was better in ring than she was outside of ring. Now it's all kind of come together and people are like, she sucks. Like,
it's because it's unfortunate. I feel it's a bit of what have you done for me lately of her match.
And her last match. Yeah.
Thea Hale was not super great.
Yeah.
So
she needs a good one.
Sunshine and sparkle. So a lot of people kind of went sour on her.
So Dana Brooke advised her friend Bellini
right,
to challenge somebody. And she thought, let's go Blair.
Yeah, that's not a smart move. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him.
Want to know. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Good to see you. Bash back in the house. Gilly's here. Dale, the champion, is back.
Yes. Oh, and Gilly was talking about how the Endeavor deal is supposed to, I guess, close like mid-September. That was reported.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that was kind of what was preconceived already. So, again, I mean, will much change? No, but we've seen slight changes already. I mean, getting a beer sponsorship instead of a toy company or a food place. I mean, that's been a change. And I just read a report before we went live, and I wasn't able to verify it, but Monday Night Raw in Minneapolis was like the highest gate grossing ever.
Yeah, I saw that in Minneapolis.
Yeah, so they just keep announcing records. Like,
sorry.
No, I agree. Like, they just keep announcing records. Like, okay.
Right. Jacob talking about Lesnar might be out till WrestleMania. I believe it.
I believe that.
Small Mark, howdy. Does Tiffany Stratton help Imperium against Alpha Academy, Tiffany and Ludwig to oppose Maxine and Otis? How did we get there? What?
Well, that's a lot. Reach.
Yeah. A little bit.
No, but what I find very interesting, could Ludwig and his little flirtation with Maxine turn her?
Could be.
Could she be like a face of Imperium? Very interesting.
Rigo is just giant, tall Lana.
Yeah.
Just starts developing an Austrian accent.
She develops an accent. Crush him.
Right.
Wait, we know you're from Florida. What are you doing?
Right. Brian, the Creeds are with the schism. Yes, they are.
Down with the schism.
Right. Down with the schism.
Yes, they were right there, which is ironic and funny.
I was going to say, I will remind everybody, by the way, we do have the super chats, the super stickers, be a member, all of that. Because I know we're terrible at getting to the chat sometimes. And y'all are just blowing this up.
Yeah, keep it going.
Absolutely. But if you want to stand out, show out, and make sure that we get to your comment and everything, we do have the super chats and the super stickers and all of that. Bye. Blair's just been in control this whole match.
Yeah, I would say like decent match.
Oh,
we're
the
pretty
drape
quiet.
over double stomp onto the back by Blair.
I don't think Dana Brooks helping Bellini get over. I think they're even Cora Jade laughed at their stupid gymnast vignette, but it's over. V trigger for the win.
Yeah, the pull-in V trigger. Thea Hale sucks, and Tiffany, as good as she is, she couldn't carry the match. I know where you're probably gonna go with this. I don't think Thea Hale sucks, but that is very accurate that Tiffany's still green enough. She's not going to be one that could carry a match, could lead a match.
Yeah, that you could see their flaws as far as one couldn't compensate for the other. And Thea Hale doesn't suck. She just needs to take a breath. She needs to slow down. Dana is chasing Blair around
with
belt.
I don't know. It looked very Benny Hill to me. Now she almost swung it on.
But I don't.
Well, what's her name?
Are we getting a heel turn? Do it, Dana.
Please, something.
Come on, Dana. Listen, because I want to stop hearing the belly aching. Try being a heel.
I feel like you need Von Wagner's shirt right now. You're gonna get tabled.
That's a fucking stellar shirt. You are gonna get tabled.
Well, he does look like he might be a distant inbred member of the Dudley Boys there with that fucking forehead.
Just give him a pair of glasses
and a stutter. Oh, well, he's already got the lisp instead of the stutter.
What up, Kayla?
Kayla, what up? Oh, Small Mark's explaining himself. Tiffany and Kaiser are dating last I knew, so that's why I suggest, right, but they haven't brought that up on television. The audience that isn't reading the dirt sheets, that doesn't go into these people's personal lives, doesn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, irrelevant at this point. Like, I mean, it's such a, I see what you're saying, but yeah, it's a bit of a stretch to get it all together.
Right.
But I am intrigued. I am curious about Ludwig's flirtation with Maxine.
Yeah, I can see it go that way, like you said. TJ, Dana gone, I'm awake. Imagine her versus Wendy Chu in a match. No, they just put the whole audience to sleep.
Fuck. Where is Wendy Chu? I know she got beat up by Blair, but
last I knew she was hurt.
Look at this entrance, bro.
We got Metaphor. We got the fucking Powerpuff Kids showing up now.
Metaphor. Wow, this is hard on the eyes.
We sometimes worry our background is aggressive. That is aggressive.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're on the good vitamins, like I know Richard usually is, you probably tripping all sorts of balls right now.
I was gonna say, is it the vitamins, or am I gonna fucking spin out here?
Right.
Blair needs to go for another title or another top babyface outside of Roxanne. It looks like they might be setting up Blair and Dana, which I don't love. Blair is a badass, and Blair should be pushed.
Maybe Blair just kind of smashes Dana Brooke to the point to where she finally just becomes a heel and everything. One can hope. Maybe give her some bit of character.
The problem is Blair beating up Dana might make Blair a huge baby face.
Double turn, goddammit. John's 2-0. TJ's pointing out how Von Wagner's a free agent, right? Yeah. Well,
yeah.
He's about as free as I guess Odyssey Jones is, because we haven't seen him in a fucking hot minute.
I mean, technically a free agent as much as anybody else out there, Nick. I mean, everybody, LA Knight's on Raw. This one's there. That one's there. We're like, all right.
Yeah, true.
Everyone's a free agent.
Draft means nothing.
A soft draft.
The Hills have eyes. The Hills have Wagners. What? As I've got Noam Dar and Metaphor out right now. So we're getting a Heritage Cup match for.
There you go.
Sorry, go ahead. I cut you.
No, I was confirming. There you go. That's all.
Well, no, with you were popping for Boston.
Oh, that's funny. That made me laugh. The Wagner has eyes is what I would have said, but yeah. I get the reference.
Right.
You're gonna get tabled is not a bad catchphrase. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it's a little. I harkens instantly, I think, to get the tables, Devon, get the tables.
And Tyler Bate, one of my faves in the ring. We'll see how this goes. I mean, him and Noam have fought before. They are familiar with each other, so this should be a decent dust up. Remember, it's Heritage Cup rules: 6 3-minute rounds, 6 2-minute rounds, something like that, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Well, former NXT UK champ versus longest reigning Heritage Cup champion.
I'm still pissed off that this guy goes in a fake Comer to
A fake Homer?
a fake Comer. He can't move, and they give him a fake trophy, and he wakes up out of his fake Comer because of the fake trophy, and now he's all happy again. It's
Weekend at Bernie's. That's what it is. It's Weekend at Bernie's, but we're underway right now. I got 249, 248. Kevin, what up? Sharice, Mommy Dominik. What?
Mommy Dominik, later tonight.
Tony, what up? Yeah. What happened to that gamer chick in NXT? ACL injury. Remember, there was that huge one, even Nikita Lyons, where they were starting to question NXT's training methods or one of their trainers because a lot of competitors, especially female competitors, had knee injuries.
Blown their knees out?
Yeah.
Too loose. But yeah, we're off and running here with Noam Dar. Get your predictions in, folks. Tyler Bate. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. What was her? Danny?
She was here long enough for us to not remember her name.
Yeah, I think she did like 2 vignettes and one match, maybe.
One, maybe 2 matches. NXT No Mercy is in Bakerfield. That's 2 hours away from me. Well, you should go. Take a sign. Take our merch.
Do it.
Yeah, speaking of, I'll be the governor. It's in California. Yeah, 100% you need to do it. Listen to me. I'm the big Nickinator. Right. Oh, yeah.
Wait, hear me out. Bate versus Gunther, Royal Rumble. I'm all for Bate Gunther.
Absolutely.
Rumble, I don't know.
That's the thing is you could still have Bate versus Butch and go back to that Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate match. Though you could go, sell me on Ilya versus Bate. Give me Gunther versus Bate.
I would love to revisit Bate and Ilya. I mean, there's history there, and man, 2 guys that just go.
Right.
But definitely a grappling match to this point, and I know some people might not love it, but 2 really strong technical wrestlers exchanging right now as Noam goes from the choke to the pin.
Right. Well, we got Bobby saying, "What's up, you all? Big B is in the house."
Big B, Bobby Big Wheel.
Got Bate for the win. Stevie something. That's what it is, Alexis. Yeah, it's Stevie something.
Yeah.
John says Dar for the win. The big strong boy for the win. Okay, so you're taking Bate. Fair enough. Dar for the win.
He went to go for the bop and bang, and Noam cuts it off.
Ooh.
I love the bop and bang.
I literally didn't know that was called that until just now.
That's also good for a t-shirt. Bop and bang.
Yeah, I've just always just didn't. It's a cool ass move. I just never knew what to call it.
Oh, end of the round. Oh, we're not breaking. Okay.
Got treated like boxing. 1, 2.
Move.
Oh yeah, I wanted to go there.
The big strong boy got that one. Tyler Bate should have taken one of the draft spots. He isn't needed in NXT anymore. Right now, he's fighting for a fake trophy. I think that says something. Yeah, I know, but where would Bate to me, like JD, like Odyssey Jones, they're kind of lost up there right now. So I'd rather see Bate doing something than floating around not doing much.
Yeah, he could just be doing like
there
we go. But there's the potential to have really go back to that black and gold takeover style. Now, Bate goes flying over the top.
What the fuck is that about?
As we're in a round 2, 231, 230, and it's still 0-0. But you still have Ilya down there. You could have Ilya Bate. You could have, there's so many good feuds and matches that you could have with him that I think Bate gets the first fall. Then he might be dragging his feet a little too much right now with what he's doing in NXT. And Lash Legend had to literally drag Noam into the corner.
Right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I probably am, but we're a half hour in and we're in our first commercial break, unless the vitamins have been extra good.
No, they've done well. They said there was going to be limited commercials to this one, so I mean, at least at some shows. I mean, last night, first hour was commercial free. So they know that the fan base is really tired of the amount of commercials that were force fed on a weekly basis.
Right. Well, and like we talked about before the show, when you sign these major deals with Slim Jim and what was it, Rocket Mortgage and stuff like that, that you can maybe afford to not have so many ads here now.
Right. Whoever beats Gunther will be a huge boost. I'd like to see a new talent win and establish a newer star on the main roster, like Ilya or Braun Breaker. Yeah, valid argument, Mark.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be, if it was Ilya, start building now, please. Start building now. Make that happen. Make that be a thing. Because that match, how they've already done it, I believe at least twice now.
Yeah.
That match with a good amount of build is going to be the best match on any card that you put it on. Any
You
show
would
that
think,
you put that
yeah,
on.
highly likely. And I mean, the intriguing part of all this for me, guys, is that what is up with Drew McIntyre? Like, no
He's
mention
in
of
the swamp.
right? Like nothing. Now we're more interested in Gable getting a title shot. I thought the McIntyre Gunther storyline would continue, but apparently not.
Well, it looks like we're going to get Gable versus Gunther, which again, I know Small Mark's saying develop a new talent, but I think even if you did that with Gable, if Gable got the win over Gunther, that instantly skyrockets Gable to a different level.
It would be
He's
good
no
for
longer the shoosh, the little kind of, he's no longer Shorty G.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like you could stretch out Gable chasing for 30 days. I feel like we're at like day 420, 421. Go figure.
Right.
I feel like we're getting very close to this honky tonk record.
Yeah, I believe so. Alexis let me know it's break one. Bate could fight in the U.S. Invitational, have a small feud with Sheamus, maybe feud with Pete Dunne, Butch, Pete Dunne. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
possible.
Possible. Noam, then he faces Nathan at No Mercy for the real trophy. Not a bad show.
Fair enough. Is it weird though for the show to put it on the graphic of like this is a like the show itself is treating it like a title match, which I don't think they should be doing. Should just
That's
be
a
listed,
very valid point.
like it should be listed as a match, which I'm back from break now.
I just got back.
23 22, 21, 20.
You're literally seconds ahead of me, so that's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna say you're watching it on an app. I'm watching it on a desktop, so I'll take being 2 seconds behind you.
There's an app for that.
Yeah.
1-0 Tyler Bate, by the way.
Yeah, I think Bobby pointed that out. Actually called them. Yeah, Tyler Driver 98. Bobby wins 1. Is Drew making a movie? Yes. Last I knew, he was filming a movie with Batista.
Is that where he's been? Okay.
What?
That would make more sense why he's so in and out, but it's really weird that they brought him back and it felt like nothing. He's back. He's not going to do anything though.
But we got really interested with it being him versus Gunther until we remembered they're going to have Gunther beat Honky Tonk's record.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, speaking of people making movies, that's why I thought that maybe at SummerSlam we would have had Finn Balor beat Seth Rollins, because he might have been taking some time off, because I think he said once he drops the title, he's taking time off. He's in the Captain America movie. Shit like that. So
yeah, and it's funny shit like that to me where I kind of chuckle though, is as far as like, I mean, for bit parts and shit, you do not have to take a leave of absence.
No, I was saying more for like press and shit like that.
Oh no, 100% on Seth's case, but we've seen it where like, well, WWE won't remember when he was going to win the belt. They won't give him the belt. He's in movies, and it's
that's different to me now. Yeah. As we're getting all of the spins from Tyler Bate on an OM, and I'm dizzy, and I didn't even have it done to me.
Right? Bate a little wobbly getting up. Gable definitely deserves a single title run.
Yeah.
I'm so torn because for the longest time, I'm like, why hasn't this guy been released? But he's really talented. He really is.
He should have been Kurt Angle's legitimate son. And I stand by that.
Yeah, they kind of fucked that all up.
Yeah. That's a hell of a fucking back elbow, by the way, from
That was a
Noam as he
very
gets the
lovely
2
Judas.
count and then transitions it into a grapevine ankle lock.
Wow, Bate holding him down.
Is it amazing how everyone who does a spinning back elbow, aka a Judas effect, manages to hit it better than Chris Jericho? It's kind of like how everyone who does a buckshot lariat minus Punk manages to do it better than Hangnail.
He can't do it at the speed that he used to do it. He can't do it with that pop.
But no, it's to him that's fast as shit.
Right? Go Grease Lightning.
Well, I was going to say, that's what happens though, you know, people of a certain vintage and everything. They start feeling like 30 miles an hour is 90 miles an hour.
Yeah. You ever see your grandpa try and go for a jog?
He's going to take on Usain Bolt next week, don't you know?
Right.
Clay, what up, my guy? Boston. It would be hilarious if Bate wins this and then throws the trophy in the trash.
There you go.
Only for Hacksaw Jim Duggan to find it.
Heel hook for a tap.
Right. By the way, Boston, you never answered us with what you were telling me to not do again.
Noam Dar holding that the hold a little long, so we get another break. And Metaphor trying to recoup Noam, who's now even 1-1.
I do kind of like this though, that he's got like straight full on like cornermen and everything. Like you had it before, where Lash Legend's literally dragging him into the corner.
Right. Wow. Big kick by Noam.
Oh, right to the back of the knee. And Tyler Bate kind of does the Kishi style like he used to do off the clothesline and just does a full 360 there.
Right. Big sell on the kick.
Boston. Well, that when y'all talk kind of a lot, we get what, like 400 chat messages an hour and stuff like that. So I mean, make it a super chat. I'll see it.
You can't win no matter what you say.
Exactly. there is no pleasing you people sometimes. Oh, spinning heel head kick there from Bate, like a bicycle kick almost. Like, yeah. I agree with Nick and KJ. They need a heritage title belt.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of unique that it is a trophy and everything. It makes it feel different. So I guess I'm softening on the whole that needs a title belt. Or that could just be because every title belt I think either promotion's come out with lately has looked like shite.
Like the belt.
Yeah.
Turn them all into
you can make a good belt, stop making belts.
Right. I think they have an opportunity with the Heritage Cup to make it really look like that UK belt that was super nice.
Oh, that was amazing. Well, all the belts they did in the last generation were great. All these new ones, not so much. Which fun fact I didn't see.
Oh,
catches a mid
spring.
Well, yeah, mid spring into an ankle lock, a heel hook here. Oh, rolls through into a beefy ass German suplex.
Larry. I'll sacrifice the chicken, but then I'm throwing it on the grill and eating it. So figure that one out.
For what? I know the reference. I just don't know why we're doing,
For good juju, I suppose. I just went with it.
So we can hit the curveball?
Truthfully, I was looking for Boston's comment, but
you're good.
But it never worked out.
Fair enough.
He got him!
2, 3.
Bate! All right, back to the wheelchair for Dar. So Bate beats Noam, and Metaphor continues to suck. And now Bate, do they bring out a third trophy? They just keep giving him trophies every time he loses one?
What in the world is going on now here?
One of one says Bobby.
Could we be saying Metaphor we hardly knew ye after this year?
I don't know. Metaphor has been a meta joke.
A whole lot.
Hank and Tank. Wait.
Got a big weekend. We're going to go to Home Depot.
Shut up. They want to name Hank and Tank Smash Mouth. Why just not be Hank and Tank?
Because, hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Like
Go
Smash
play.
Oh, now they're getting beat up by Schism as the Creed brothers watch on in yellow masks.
Yeah, they've somehow managed to amass more people. How come these people are never seen except with just like
Last
gang
week,
mob scenarios?
right?
This is, yeah, it's like how, Christ, why am I blanking on Retribution? How they
Yes.
suddenly, how at times they would be like 20 people, and then we
Yeah.
found out there was only like 5 members.
Right. I got Ilya on the screen looking dapper.
Yeah, looking like the latest Bond villain.
Oh, he's challenging Trick Williams.
Well, remember last week we had Trick with this ain't a breakup, man, but I gotta be my own man.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, if they end up joining that, now that we have established Street Profits and Bobby Lashley,
right,
Trick has to establish himself as an individual character versus Carmelo's kind of buddy.
Right. Now, folks, we are back in a commercial break. Right now, they're giving us a replay of SummerSlam to hype us up for Friday, where we hail the Tribal King. I don't even know what that means. The Tribal King, the Tribal Chief, same thing. We're
hail to the Chief.
To the Chief. Escobar versus Austin Theory. We will be here live for SmackDown and AEW, and we'll be here for Collision. We're here all week long, folks. It doesn't stop.
Right. Richard saying Bate versus Nathan, take my money. We got 2-1, 3-0, 2-1, 3-0, 3-0. Noam Dar called out. What?
I don't know what's up.
2-1. Boston's just popping himself. Oh, I'm just joking. It was the New Day intro that you did to start the show. Well, I can't do everything all the same all the time. I got to keep you on your toes, motherfuckers.
It caught me by surprise.
Exactly. I've sat there and I've done the, hey, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me. Speaking of remembering people, Heather, what up?
What up, Heather? Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Jack, what up? Bash saying, I never saw Shrek. Should we at this point?
Oh, shut up.
I feel like if there's going to be a time that we need to do a movie watch party at some point, it has to be Shrek.
I mean, dude, we talked. I mean, there's potential there. We could almost do like a movie marathon and try and, like I said, raise money and put it all together into something. But we'll talk about it. I really love the idea. But yeah, I mean, a Shrek.
Oh, if you're talking about raising money, then, well, my birthday this year's on a Thursday. I know. Well, yours just passed, so that's the only reason.
Yeah. A day of non-celebration. What's up, KJ and Nick? What's up? We got that one. I think Sheamus faces Gunther at Survivor Series. I like the thought of creating a new star, but losing the established guy like Sheamus, protects Gunther, who will go to the main event after. Yeah, I don't believe that's. I mean, I think they're going to keep them on separate shows. I could be wrong, but I don't know. We've been there.
Right. We'll see. 205 title would be great for NXT. Yeah, remember when they had an NXT Cruiserweight Championship?
Mm-hmm.
They tried that and failed at it.
Yeah, Escobar retired it, as far as I remember.
Yeah, actually, that's the last person I remember having it.
Yeah, him and
I couldn't remember how it ended outside of just he had it and then it just kind of went away.
I think it was him and Swerve that was the finality of that belt. Scott Swerve Strickland.
I was gonna say it's so crazy now to try and remember. I know as good as it was, but to remember Swerve in WWE, because it's, well, think about it. It's been a year since we've had Shit Row back.
True.
It was a year to the day to where we got Damage Control for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So
time flies, man, especially when we're covering all this wrestling.
Right. Well, Bobby saying, no, thank yous. I may see you on Rampage this Friday. Who's what now?
You see us when you see us.
You see us all day, every day. What?
Right.
No, it has to be Ready to Rumble. Good God.
Yeah. Luna wants to watch See No Evil.
May 19th.
Right.
Christopher Burton, sup, KJ Nick. Quick question. How you feel about new Tony Storm character from Collision look 1950 actress Marilyn Monroe?
Fun fact about KJ, I absolutely adore Marilyn Monroe, and I have like the old prints of Marilyn Monroe and James Dean and that kind of the vibe. I love it. I think Toni Storm's an absolute star. I think she's great in the ring. I think she looks like $1 million. I think it's wicked. They just need to book her well.
Well, I think we've kind of reached the end of whatever the Green and
I don't think
NWO.
so.
Really?
I wish,
but
but I
we're
don't
done with that.
Hey, your buddy.
Yeah, we got that Jackanita. But yeah, she 100% looks like she could, walk that whole gimmick and go perfectly with it. Much like how I kind of want Lacey Evans at this point to just go back to the Southern Belle that was what she originally was when she came back up from NXT, rather than fucking Lady Sergeant Slaughter.
Mm-hmm. They may have ruined her. They may have legit.
Oh, she
gone to be like, you can't bring her back. I don't know. I like her. I think she was a talent, but they've buried her deep.
Well, it's just been turn after turn after turn after turn as we've got the Jackanita, confronting Wesley as and now jumping his ass.
I feel like we're maybe setting up Dijak versus Carmelo beyond Wesley here.
Well, because we've got Carmelo and Wesley kind of percolating and everything. By the way, fun fact. But maybe we could get Wesley versus Dijak.
Interesting. And here comes Ilya with a purpose.
Right.
I love it. He's one of those guys, Nick, that the minute he walks through the curtain, every facial expression, every movement, it's on point. He doesn't waste anything.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that goes back to he's still one of those guys that from when WWE was very much pulling people off the independent scene versus developing people in-house. I know that they've struck gold with certain people in-house, but they've also swing and a miss with a good chunk of people that have been in-house.
Right, but here comes Trick.
Kevin, KJ White, Big Nick. Kevin is doing great tonight. Well, that's good.
Right. This one's interesting. Hey, KJ and Nick, just FYI, tomorrow is a special day for me. It's my birthday, just saying. Jason, you got to join us on your birthday. My birthday was here. Your birthday's been here.
Right.
We got to show up. We'll give you a shout out. Nick might even sing for you.
Absolutely. Show up and show out because that's what the show is about. But absolutely. Already happy early birthday there, Jason.
And it's Wednesday. We might get some cake.
Oh, well, you're definitely going to get the vitamins because you got RVD on your screen. So
fair enough. But happy early birthday, Jason.
Yeah, and you get to watch the Hardys versus the Young Bucks too. You get to watch the old Hardys versus the knockoff Hardys. Trick's still such an underrated talent to me in NXT.
No, he's outstanding, dude.
Anytime he's had singles matches, they've been fantastic. Sorry.
No, absolutely. And again, no problem with the mic. Comfortable, confident. He's got good size. He's got a good physique. There's not much that Trick's not bringing to the table. And his hat says Trick Willie. And I love it.
Yes, slim as I get loose. More punch than a bowl of juice.
Right?
Now ain't nobody.
Fun fact, that's what Ric Flair used to. Never mind.
Trick
Willie,
dun, dun,
they called it Trick Helicopter. I've never been to one. That's pretty accurate, Mr. Boston. Cheap seats and cheap and WrestleMania do not belong in the same sentence. Yeah, usually it's pretty pricey for the whole endeavor. So
yeah. Chris, what up? Ilya versus Cody in a suit match. Bring that up on Thursday when Luna's here and see what she thinks about that. Because she hates men in suits. That's why she hates Nick Aldis. She hates Cody.
Nick Aldis and Cody.
Right.
Woo!
And then if you're going to have the match based around that, and I don't know how she feels on Ilya, so that'd be hella interesting to see.
Yeah, I don't know how she feels about Ilya. That's a really good question. But right now, Trick and Ilya face-to-face talking it out. But it looks like we're leading to a match, which I think this match was going to surprise us.
Well, Trick's already saying, I want a match to where I can shut down all the whispers. Yep. I can shut up all the haters, all the doubters.
Trick ain't no sidekick.
That's a t-shirt right there.
It's so weird to see Ilya with facial hair. Yeah, the little chin hair. He is, it's a little different,
Like I said, he looks like a fucking Bond villain right now.
right? Good evening, Mr. Bond.
Right. Do you expect me to die? No.
Ilya dragging on for the win. Okay, a little early. Ilya for the win. Sep the People Center.
So you have been to one. Anytime there's an accept after a no, that's a yes. That's what that is. That's a yes.
I'll be. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll be setting up a water bottle stand a half hour before showtime for those who need it on Thursday. My man, I got nothing else to say to that. That's if you get it, you get it.
I was gonna say, Ali and Oop, my guy.
Roof.
Oh, now we're getting way too far into the inside jokes. Trick is a good promo. Trick's a fantastic promo.
Yeah.
He literally, he's been benefited. He's been blessed and cursed by being against the hottest guy, the biggest star, I'd say, still in NXT. I still would take Carmelo over Braun for being bigger box office.
Yeah. I think Carmelo's had a better year. When I saw that Braun was ranked higher than Carmelo, I was a little surprised because, again, to me, all objective, but at the end of the day, I feel like Carmelo had a really solid 2023, and he's been, to me, more consistent than a Braun breaker. He knew who he was. Braun had to find himself.
Well, and that's the thing is Carmelo doesn't come in with the lineage that Braun does. Carmelo had a good 2022, 2023. Like he's had back-to-back good years, I feel, at this point.
Drew Gulak and Little Regal.
Willy Wonka's pissed off teenage son.
Willy Wonka is pissed. Gene is
what are you doing in my chocolate factory? Angry Gene Wilder and Drew Gulak are on my screen.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Bro, why does Damon Kemp look like he just climbed out of a dumpster with this fucking shirt?
Do you know your shirt's ripped up, sir?
Right.
Did you get jumped by Schism?
Seriously, what the hell?
Oh, wait, more people looking for a fight. They're bigger than I anticipated. Like, I didn't realize how big
they were. Well, they're back. They've been gone for a hot minute.
Yeah. And this is better for them to come in with an attitude. Country boys, shit kicking, ready to go. Well, this whole shit they had going before this was bad.
It helped them reset off of that terrible bar rescue now.
Yeah.
Now they feel more Briggs and Jensen than, bar rescue.
Braun's got the Hulk Hogan beard going on, bro. There's a lot of shoe.
As two men with beards, that shit is too clean. Like that's some Insta spray beard shit.
Dark as shit. It's solid black. There's no fluctuation to his tone at all.
Braun, world order.
Right.
Right. No, now he's setting it up so he can get the little gold stripe. You can do the goatee like his Uncle Scott.
Right. Get a commercial for NXT Shop right now. I'm hot. Tiffany's t-shirt. With the inclusion of main roster talent, along with better wrestlers like Noam and Ilya, I slowly see the removal of the goofy side of NXT. Slowly but surely. Still a little bit of stuff, like, the Tony stuff was a bit much, but we got there into good it leads to good matches, so we ignore it now.
Well, I was going to say, I think we kind of have. We've said for the longest time, they're not fully black and gold. They're more white and gold because they still have that tinge of 2.0 here. But when we started seeing people get mowed down in the parking lot, and it wasn't Rikishi saying, I did it for The Rock. I did it for Ava. I did it for the Pebble. It's really started to get more of that serious tone of, especially when, as much as I, love to make fun of the cross-eyed fucker, as HBK has been in charge of it, it's really started to kind of find more of that footing
Mhm.
versus it's HBK and the gang with Vince seasoning.
And I think at times people forget, right? I mean, it's so easy to look back at the fondness of the black and gold brand and just think like, oh yeah, one day they started doing shows and it was amazing right away. I mean, they can't just yank the cord on
And they
stuff.
were all amazing.
Yeah, like everybody was perfect, nobody had any issues.
Right.
But I mean, that's the funniest side of this. And I think that listen, you and I have talked about this a lot. I quit watching NXT. I was like, fuck it. You and Cliff Piff can hang out on Tuesdays. I'm done.
Yeah.
And coming out of WrestleMania, I started watching again, and it got better and it got better because even the shit that annoyed me, like Bar Rescue, led to really good matches around the shit I didn't like. So that's what we're getting on every Tuesday. And I see the numbers in our chat growing on a Tuesday. I see our overall views on a Tuesday going up. And I see their ratings going up where they're neck and neck or knocking on the door of like a Dynamite. That's a testament to what they're doing.
Oh, absolutely. That has been a complete turnover. 100%. I was about to start making the joke of, are you trying to say that you coming back to our streams is the cause for NXT
It was
getting
all
better
me.
right now?
It was all me.
It's literally he just happened to come back and we're like, well, shit, he's back. Watch, we gotta be
We
good.
gotta
He's
do
back.
better.
Mr. Every Night is back.
Oh, this
No,
fucking
100%. It's been. It was, well, even when I was here watching it with Cliff and everything, that's what I kept telling you. I was telling everybody, I was like, this is becoming, this is moving, this is getting, the gears are moving here. There's getting momentum here.
right. No, I agree with you, and I've been really happy with it. I thought Great American Bash was a really fun show. I might have enjoyed Great American Bash more than I like SummerSlam, to be honest. Overall, I mean, it was quality. It was again just good matches, right?
Absolutely. Well, and they do even almost a bit better than what at times WWE main roster tries to do, to where they don't overstay their welcome when it comes to a premium live event. Of everything kind of still has that fluid movement, everything's still moving along.
Yep.
There's no dead air, there's no dead time, there's no dragging on to hit a time slot.
Fair enough. If you're more than 6 rows from the ring, you're watching a giant TV screen. That's why we watch it here with you guys instead.
Shh, you're supposed to say, because there's no place I'd rather be than right here with the Wrestling for Life family.
Oh,
Cheap
shit.
Pop.
Roxy looking Rey Mysterio eye to eye.
I was gonna say that tripped me out this instantly. The fact that they're the same fucking height, and we all know how small Roxanne Perez looks against normal, average female competitors. So that's telling me right now, Rhea Ripley could beat the dog shit out of Rey Mysterio.
Oh, Thea.
Thea's all starstruck of like, oh my god, he's looking at me. The cool guy in school is looking at me.
Look, I mean, Thea's not bad. You said it earlier. She's not bad. She's on it. Yeah, she's on the upgraded vitamins. She's on the, she might be on a little more to have that kind of fucking giddy up.
She does really great character work. 100%.
Yes.
You fully believe that if you met her right now,
she'd be like that.
That's her. And literally everything fits. She's still, like we've said, green as grass when it comes to in-ring. And that's understandable because she's what, 19, 20, 21 maybe?
Yeah.
But to have what a lot of people fail to develop is the character work. She's got that in spades.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, it's the old story of, you turn your character up to 11 and you blow it out. I feel like she just went to like 13 out of inexperience.
Yeah, but that tells me that whichever way, if she all of a sudden went away and came back as something else, like if she went from Julia Hart as the bippity boppity cheerleader to spooky evil chick, I think she could fully do it because she's got the character shit behind her. Even she's doing the Undertaker eyes there because she's going up.
Crowd pop. Sorry, I got this. Andre Chase shows up with Duke Wellington, and he's like, "That was Rey Mysterio," and she's like, "Yeah, he wouldn't have thrown in the towel."
Oh,
and everybody went, "Oh," and we move on.
Right. I got Braun Rhino Hogan coming out right now.
Braun Rhino
Hogan. He looks like it literally, if you made create a wrestler and you wanted to do like Hogan, like NWO Hogan with Rhino. That's what you got here.
Right. There you go. There you go. Is Ray wearing a shirt of him and his son? I did not see that, but
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I did notice that.
I dig it.
Right.
Even though oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Even though she is hurt, I don't see how Wendy Chu fits the new NXT. Her gimmick doesn't work now. Her gimmick never worked, but I understand what you're saying. In the fluffier, colorful NXT, it might have fit. No, I think if Wendy Chu does return, it will not be the sleepy girl gimmick. And Wendy Chu is, like you said about the character work, Wendy can go. Wendy can be used.
Oh yeah, she was, what was it? Suyem or whatever there with
Mei Ying?
With with Xia Li and everything.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Was it?
You got me confused with Mia Yim there for half a second when you said that. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck? My brain short circuited.
Right.
But yeah, no, we won't know when Wendy Chu comes. Actually, I'll put it this way: Wendy Chu isn't coming back. The wrestler that played or portrayed Wendy Chu is coming back as somebody else.
I hope so. I think there's talent
She
there.
needs to. She needs to. Let's be honest. Keep it a buck.
Listen, I give her credit. I mean, I hated it, but she was, I mean, we called it like the Orange Cassidy gimmick of, falling asleep mid elbow drop and shit. Like, okay.
Right. NXT pay-per-views are typically better because their fans are more dedicated and invested, opposed to WWE, where a lot of their live fans are just there for the spectacle. Interesting breakdown. Well, when it comes to the live shows, I've seen the reports and everything to where you gotta you get shuttled in, you have one way in, one way out to get there. Right. That's why it's always like the same people.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Braun has great graphics. Yes, he does. He got that dog in him, lad.
Right.
I'm confused. Wasn't Von Wagner considered a free agent months ago? But yet he's been on NXT ever since. Yeah, and so is Baron Corbin, and he wants to stay on NXT.
Right. He chose to be here. He was free to leave, but I think once Von Wagner chose to be here, so he's here. I guess that's how we're spinning it. But we're going for the table.
You're going to get tabled.
You're going to get tabled.
I'm going to go get tabled.
All right. Nick is going to get tabled, apparently. Woohoo. But yeah, no, we're rolling through, guys. If you haven't made your prediction yet on Von Wagner, Braun Breaker, two big boys fighting, and we said a lot of the card tonight is some of the lightweights or the smaller guys. So kind of a different mix going into this match. Wendy Chu was a spirit character that didn't talk. She managed Xia Li. Yes, she was. Then she was the sleepy girl. I think Wendy Chu, when she does wrestle, when she is in there, she can go. You just have to, not have her do stupid gimmicks. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming back. Hope all is well with you, sir. Vaughn looks like if the Great Khali and Triple H had a baby. I said that before about Khali. Adding the Triple H, hey, that's cute. Braun really needs to go to the main roster. Listen, I got no problem, guys, with everybody getting time. More time, more seasoning, the better it is for everybody, in my humble opinion. Often I feel the fans of wrestling rush talent or rush a turn. The minute a tag team gets hot, when are they breaking up? The minute a faction gets hot, when are they breaking up? The minute a developmental talent starts showing signs of real potential, when is he going up? When's he going up? We talked earlier about Tyler Bate, where take your time, pick your spots, and again, you're not going to get worse by wrestling in developmental. Is Braun ready? Yeah, I think he's really ready to go. But him being in things like this with Von Wagner, continuing to work on it, he's given us a little bit of Steiner push-up after the last move. It's good for him. And this way we have less athletes that get called up and then get poorly booked. Less athletes that get called up and aren't quite ready or just end up floating around backstage for 3, 6, 8 months, a year for some of them. What do you think about Roman Reigns being injured at SummerSlam, KJ and Nick? I haven't fully confirmed that story yet. I did see it come out from one source, and everybody in this chat, for the most part, knows how I feel about that particular source. I don't know. If he is hurt, it will be a very interesting situation. Could he just be claiming injury so he can sit at home for a little while? I don't know, but he's going to be there on Friday. So we will find out maybe more about it on Friday. But I mean, I don't know. Until I see it confirmed, if he is in fact hurt, I mean, they could be in a pickle as far as what their plans are. I enjoyed Wendy Chu. She was different and stood out. Fair enough. Fair enough. I just thought it was too childish. I just, again, I think there is room for a comedy gimmick in wrestling. It was just so over the top silly that I just kind of checked out of it. So I would like to see her do something a little bit better. Like her entrance having a ring and stuff. Like if she wants to be the sleepy girl or the narcoleptic girl, fine. Maybe wear wrestling trunks, like your usual getup with little moons on it, opposed to PJs. I don't know. I draw the line at slippers. You really can't lose to the girl in her pajamas. It's a tough break. Braun for the win. Richard says Von Wagner feels like a 1990s wrestler like Taker. He's slow but strong. However, his move set feels stiff. It probably is. And Braun Breaker just put an end to that real quick, folks. Braun Breaker with the win. Yeah, I'm sure part of his game is stiff. For sure. Especially with him still being quite green. So I like him. I think there's an upside to Von Wagner. I think 4 to 5 years from now, we'll be talking about Von Wagner differently. But I really do believe that he could be a long-standing heel. He is that bigger guy, that imposing power. But Braun's got Mark Stone up. Wagner with the save. Braun for the win. What up, KJ? What's going on, Renegade? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome on back. Good to see you. Amazing how tables always get a crowd pop. Well, Braun about to go through another one. And somebody had candy in the drawer because it is everywhere. So somebody got table. Could this potentially be leading to a tables match? Am I crazy to think that? As Braun goes through another table, even though he picked up the win. 3-1, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. Are you really a badass, though, if it's written all over your gear? Like, you should have to plaster it on. Now, that's a silly, Chris. To everyone's attention, guys like Taker were badass. They just were. But there was a lot of guys, a lot of wrestlers that had sayings and shit on their stuff. I get it because he says badass on his stomach, but it's all right. It's just the ring gear. I wouldn't take that away from him. However, he doesn't look very badass right now as Mark Stone and Von Wagner just celebrating on top of this man. And what in the blue hell is this? Literally blue. All right, so we're in the woods with Eddie Thorpe. I think this might be Braun's last match if he wins, but I agree he might be lost in the main roster shuffle. Gargano isn't used, and we know how great he is. I feel Braun will be the same. It's highly possible, Richard. It is. Do I think this is his last match? No, I think they could be trying to build. You can't go out like that. He got the win, but then, Wagner takes him out through a table. I kind of feel like maybe there's a stipulation match on the horizon. But at the end of the day, he's close. He's really close. And ever since he switched heel, it's been very good for Braun. And he's more natural. He's more comfortable. And it fits. And it's working for me. I think he's an outstanding talent. But we'll see. I feel like they're in no rush. And I do also believe that part of the strategy here, guys, they want NXT to matter. They like when they see almost 800,000 people tuning in, even if it's because of Dom Mysterio or Rhea or whoever's on the show that particular week. They don't want to give up the good talent real quick. They want to get back to that place where people are tuning in on Tuesdays specifically for certain athletes. But now we got Dom and Mommy being interrupted by Isla Dawn. Oh no, Valkyria. I completely booted that. There's already people on the main roster who need airtime, who don't get it. We don't need to add Braun to that inevitable list. And that is part of the problem. You have a lot of people that you need to figure out what you're going to do with. Is Gargano coming back? Are you going to put DIY together? Candice LeRae, we saw her this past Monday. Is she going to do something? You know, we still have the OC not really doing stuff. We don't know what's going on with the Hurt business. There are plenty of talent where we talked about Indashir, and we talked about, who else were we talking about last night? That's MIA, Odyssey Jones. There's a lot of names out there that got shuffled around that we don't see. So, yeah, I mean, I'd rather see talent in NXT being used, being highlighted, and getting better than consistently thrown out there. 3-1 says Dale. My bet's on Booker T as the candy stash, Shucky Ducky. Funny as hell. Yeah, somebody had a good old stash of candy, and it went everywhere. 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 3-1. Are you looking forward to Ivy Niles versus Kiana James still to come tonight? Damien, not bad. Interesting. It shall be interesting. As Bar Rescue has made their way out to the ring, we head to a commercial break, folks, and I will remind everybody out there, we are back tomorrow for episode 201 of Dynamite. Interesting show lined up, and we're here for the entire week. Thursday, we're back with Luna Havoc for Impact. Friday, we got SmackDown and Rampage. Saturday, we got Collision and might have something else up our sleeve. Sunday, we're still talking about, but there's lots of wrestling coming your way, lots of coverage. And again, we cover more live wrestling than everyone else. We just passed 2.3K subs. We just eclipsed, or we're heading towards more milestones, more awards, more happiness. And we appreciate everyone for being here and joining us. If you haven't hit like and subscribe yet, make sure you do so and tell all your friends. If you got friends who like wrestling and they're not tuning in here, do them a solid. Let them know they're missing out and get them over here. And Nick and I and Luna will continue to give you more content as it comes. Pause. Team Briggs for the win. All right. They should pair up Eddie Thorpe and Lyra Valkyria. They both are ones with nature. All right. All right. Gonna connect the tree gang. I see what you're doing. Rick Rude had opponent's likeness on his tights and Jake's wife. Speaking of Jake's wife.
What? I was like, wait, so I was gonna pop in of like, wait, so were you just like doing shrooms and hallucinogenics there with Bird Lady and Eddie Thorpe there, Nightwolf there out in the woods?
We're going to the woods.
We're gonna do peyote out there and just find ourselves. I'm fine with that. Where's Joe Rogan with the DMT? I'm good.
All right, let's go.
All the vitamins.
Retro, good to see. Thank you for being here. We all waited way too long for Braun to go to the main roster. Maybe Vince wants him on Raw. I think sooner than later it's going to happen. I don't feel like they're in a rush.
Well, we're in the third inning here.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm just going to start using that for everything.
Yeah, for everything.
The third inning.
No,
right.
But when you were on break, it just said, like, literally, I think fans get a little impatient at times, right? Like, we got to remember, we saw some pretty substantial runs time-wise from a Gargano, from a Ciampa, from, a lot of the talent that had to figure their shit out down there. And even a guy like Tyler Black went through some growing pains. Give it time. Give it time.
Right, but when we've got Becky Lynch out there drinking lemonade and taking shots at her boss, who also kind of maybe took a shot at her too.
He took one right back.
Right. Well, she did a thing, and then he did a thing, and then she definitely did a thing. So And you've got Sheamus that's kind of worky shooty calling out Roman Reigns and all of that. I think that we don't need to start adding more people. We don't need to go full AEW here of just having everybody and anybody on our main roster here.
And listen, Becky Lynch can fucking make all the lemonade she wants. Her storyline wasn't as compelling as some of the other ones, and she's going to have that match in Winnipeg. Like Triple H said, they need to fill 5 hours of weekly content, and a lot of weeks they struggle. A lot of fans come in here on a Monday, and they're like, here goes 3 hours. We'll figure out what hour is fucking empty.
Would you? I'll phrase it this way, as just by the way, just because I saw a new name and I wanted to say hi, Frank. What up? Which, by the way, to any of the new names, anybody that hasn't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, all of that. We cover more wrestling than anybody else out there. That's how you know we're fully an unbiased opinion, because we're watching House of Glory the same way we were watching WWE.
Hey,
we got the good paisans, yeah.
They're about to get beat up.
But I'd rather see, you know, okay, I won't interrupt.
You'd rather see?
I would rather see a, you know, even a once a week or once a week on Monday Night Raw, a pay-per-view caliber match.
Yep.
That doesn't make an actual pay-per-view, then watch 15 pay-per-view matches or supposed pay-per-view matches all at one time.
Yes. And we've said it time and time again with Tony's pay-per-view booking of trying to get everyone on it, and you get 15 matches, and at least a handful of them probably didn't need to be there. And I think that you're bang on. The WWE keeps their show to a certain amount of time, and then, we will see this match on Raw. We're going to see this next Friday, because you got to fill all the content, and I don't want to be here all night because I don't care about the 2 or 3 matches that could have been on SummerSlam.
Well, and here's the thing, and here's a bit of the thing too, is if SummerSlam was far and away the best show that they had done outside of, say, WrestleMania or whatever this year, if it really fucking blew the doors down and all of that, it does the Becky Trish match not being on the card, the Rhea not being on the card, any of stuff like that really hold as much water or get as much attention if SummerSlam kind of, I don't want to say it was bad, but it struggled. It did not live up to expectation. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, I don't think it was as, like you said, I mean, it was one of the weaker ones of 2023. So, that's a tough spot, right? Where, like, if it was better, like if this was one of the other shows that, you know, people were given a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, and they didn't make it on the show. Well, what the fuck? Everything was solid. We couldn't really do anything about it. Now you have less
grounds to really say, well, that could have swapped out with that, or that could have taken time here.
Miles
Who is that behind them?
Miles Bourne coming out with Gulak and Dempsey.
Anyone want to let us know who Miles Bourne is? We did not have him in our programs or anything.
Miles Bourne is from the NIL system. Has made a few appearances on NXT Level Up, right, Damien? And I'm surprised to see him here, and they're kind of treating him like.
How fast did you Google that? Please don't tell me you knew.
No, that was off the top of my head, bro.
Oh, fuck you. No, that's seriously, that's making me feel like inferior that you knew all of that. This is like a campus visit. When you're.
We're like a marriage, man. We fill in each other's gaps, pause, and we're good to go.
Pause. Pause. There was much like as you need to pause on that, because much like there was 18,000 different there was 18,000 different ways you could have gone with that. Like they could have gone with the end of the Bloodlines or the Roman J match there, and you chose the wrong one. But I've got Briggs and Jensen. I don't even want to call them Bar Rescue anymore, because they actually kind of seem like they have a bit of that edge back, that, you know, country ass kicking vibe back, instead of they're just, you know, caught up with, you know, who's dating who. But we've got them versus Drew Gulak and pissed off Willy Wonka, Dempsey there, Little Regal. So let me know who you're taking, folks. As on the scroll beneath them, in case you didn't know, NXT is on tour, so we're traveling. So it's all around Florida, in case you were concerned, but still, it's at least not just staying at Full Sail like it used to. Retro USA has everything you're not supposed to have. Wait, who's what now? Are big cans jars of juice crystals banned in the USA? I can't find any but generic iced tea in Ontario. You're gonna have to wait until KJ's back with that, because I'm not sure fully exactly what you're asking about, but as the resident Canadian here, KJ's gotta, clarify. And the resident, I believe, Ontarian, if I said that even right, he might know more as to what you're asking about there, because you might have to explain that a bit more for me. Steve G says Gulak and Dempsey for the win. Richard, I think Tiffany is hurt. No announcement of her tonight, or she could just be having a week off. Plus, no hint of her next feud going into Heat Wave. I don't even think that Heat Wave is not even a thing with NXT. I feel like I know the name, but I don't recall that being advertised. Maybe Roxanne at No Mercy. Richard, I think they're just kind of giving it time to settle here, time to really establish and work through some other stuff, because you've got still plenty of build to No Mercy if that's where they're going to go with anything. So you do it every week, let it build a little bit, give some development, as you can't fit everybody on the card. Who's the lady at ringside for this match? The new Miss Hood. I'm in love. Ronnie. Kuya Jets there. That's Fallon Henley. Yeah, that's their manager, I believe. I was trying to see if I couldn't remember if she had any relation to them or anything like that. If we weren't going full, Dukes of Hazzard type of shit. Yeah, that's Fallon Henley out there in the days of Dukes. In my opinion, WWE hasn't been that good since the outbreak. Renegade, I strongly disagree with that. I think WWE is very much on an uptick. I understand that the Thunderdome era had its ups and it also had its downs, but I think right now it's really hard to argue when everything is selling records at this point. I understand some people might find this to critique on that or that to critique on that. And I say that in full jest, knowing I'm going to critique a bunch of shit probably tonight. But they're breaking attendance records. They're breaking merch sale records. Like, they're very much moving, I feel, in a positive direction. They should build up Dempsey as a future opponent to Gunther. At this point, it's clear Gunther will dethrone Honky Tonk as hot tag in, as Dempsey eats a powerbomb, as now we've got Brooks, I'm assuming. I keep wanting him to call him Nost Malone, but he's out here hitting the body slams. Now, Irish whip to Dempsey. Power slam, kind of turnover power slam as Gulak breaks up the count. But Dempsey, to me, you haven't done enough with him to establish him being involved with Gunther or anything like that. That's a bit of a reach there, I would say. EQ, what up? Gunther versus LA Knight. Yeah, except they're on different shows. Yeah. Well, then again, we had LA Knight showing up on Monday night, like KJ always likes to bring up. So at this point,
Damon Kemp.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Disqualification. What in the... Does WWE forget that there's the DQ rules? Do we need to find like the official rule book of pro wrestling and everything like here now?
Ref
because
was
we had Cody Rhodes
guy.
hitting people with chairs and there's no DQ. We've got Damon Kemp popping out here, looking like he lived under the ring, popping out from under the ring.
Right.
And just body slamming Nost Malone here and no
right.
DQ.
Yeah, usually Larry's under the Ronnie's under the ring, I think it is.
Normally it's Hornswoggle, or at least Little People's Court.
No Kool-Aid juice crystals in stores anymore. Okay.
So yeah, well, people were asking about. You have no clue. Okay,
I don't think so.
Fair enough. Apparently, it was an Ontarian thing. So that's why I was like, KJ, the representative Canadian here, would be the one to speak on this. We're America, so Kool-Aid is readily available. Let's be honest. That only seems fitting for my country.
Yeah, and hot, things like Mountain Dew with high levels of caffeine that we can't get. Lyra telling Rhea not to help Dom. Maybe that's how he loses the title. Interesting.
Dana having a meltdown. Not going to happen, as I've got Dana Brooke and you know her backstage right now.
Bellini, the drink. Moving on, as I've got Ivy Nile coming out right now. Right. Have you seen Brian Pillman Jr. in the crowd, KJ and Nick? I had not seen him in the crowd.
No, because we still don't know fully if he's actually signed a deal or if this is still just a lot of Meltzer reporting.
No, I feel like Meltzer came out with a couple doozies as of late, but I honestly wish people would stop reporting Meltzer like fact. But I think a couple people have gone on the record as Brian Pillman's there. Brian Pillman is expected to be involved. So I think
yes, but still, until as weird as this is to say, until I see an actual WWE, statement or anything like that addressing it, or I'll say this biasly, I guess, of certain reporters saying more specifically of that he's actually 100% signed a deal. It's much like what we were talking about with Nick Aldis of when we were here for Monday Night Raw. One source reported that he had agreed to a deal. Everybody else was reporting that he was just backstage.
Yeah, fair enough.
Those are very two different situations.
Okay. Fair enough. But Kiana James jumping Ivy Nile, and we'll take some predictions on this one.
Right.
Ivy Nile
for the win. Retro saying Thunderdome era was great for Bailey. Hilarious, awesome character work. Yeah, Bailey was really one of the breakout stars of the Thunderdome.
She did really well, and I mean, unfortunately, I don't think Damage Control captured Bailey and what she was up to, and I don't think she came back with the same heat that she left with.
Little bad. We're still in the great hunt for Kool-Aid, I guess, in Canada.
There you
go.
Great
Canadian Kool-Aid caper.
There we go. No, I was just gonna say, do we watch Level Up? No, not really.
We watch enough as it is.
Yeah, we watch Rampage, and then by the time we get through Rampage, I mean, it's there.
And even then, we decide, to just stay on and watch Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, or watch Triple Mania and stuff like that. So
we got a big UFC coming up in a couple weeks, and we'll be here.
My guy,
maybe.
Well, I was like, do tell.
There's a big one coming.
Well, I gotta look. I've been watching too much wrestling. I haven't been up to date on those cards.
Ivy for the win. Ivy and Ivory wannabe. Ivy is an Ivory wannabe. I don't think so. I really don't.
I always still, and it could be just the blonde hair a bit, I always get Luna Vachon vibes when I look at her. And that's a weird spot to cut to a commercial there on a fucking arm hold.
There you go. If they come out of the commercial and they're still on it, it'd be hilarious.
Move number 1, arm bar. Move number 1002, arm bar.
Ivy Nile for the win. Drew did great also in Thunderdome era. Yeah, I mean, he's been handcuffed by that Thunderdome era, and I don't think he ever came out of it.
He's been the biggest person hurt by that whole era because his whole big title reign, his victory over Brock was handicapped by that because the second he won the title, he won the Rumble, and that's the last big, huge Drew McIntyre pop I can recall. Outside of maybe Clash.
Clash. Yeah.
But Drew wins the Rumble. He goes on, he beats Brock, but that's WrestleMania 36 to where, honestly, that's one of the ones I still struggle to watch.
Yeah, fair enough.
And he's pretty much his whole championship reign was in the Thunderdome.
It was very unfortunate for him. And that's why a lot of people thought at some point he would get to revisit that and actually take on, a championship with, the crowd. But he's got to find a way to get himself over. I really do think he requires a heel turn at this point because nobody taking him as a babyface. And Gunther dusted him. So now what?
I'm still surprised, and I feel like, honestly, they missed the boat with the biggest opportunity is if you would have had him just come in out of nowhere, just surprised he just dust Seth Rollins with a Claymore kick. And that's where we go with that. Rather than you bring him into a feud to where you don't know, but if you read the tea leaves, he's probably not winning, versus you could see him instantly showing up and taking that title off of Seth. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, true. And I thought even though he lost, it would continue. Like there'd be some shenanigans, and no, like Gunther did away with him, and now Gunther's kind of focused on Shorty G at the moment.
I still don't know how I feel that you keep calling him Shorty G. You put some respect on that man's name.
Right, shoosh.
I was gonna say, and I'm the one with big in my name over here. Pause.
Right. Orton versus Edge was fantastic in the Thunderdome, fighting throughout the PC. Yeah, it was pretty good.
This is the greatest show when it was booked as. You wait until after the fact to say something that's greatest match ever, then preemptively say it's going to be the greatest match ever. You're setting yourself up to fail. God damn it. Now I'm going to want to on my, free time, just start going through the Thunderdome era. As now we've got Schism closing in on, because it's Ivy now, the last, respite of the Diamond Mine.
Okay. She is a dollar store Paige Van Zandt. No, the other that's terrible. Terrible. And I love Paige. I wanted these two to have a fight and have a rivalry, but Paige, didn't stay in wrestling.
Well, no, she just went that Mandy Rose, and
that's
a whole different type of tag team.
My guy.
Look at Drew's big sword, Michael Cole. Pause. She's a Beth Phoenix lookalike.
Schism is here.
I done said that.
Yeah, I was just catching up.
Yeah, they're out here just clapping on the ring apron here. This is honestly the most creepy thing that they've actually done in their almost a year plus existence. Yeah. This is the most cult-like thing they've done.
Yeah, they're getting culty here.
This has a tinge of that. He's got the whole world.
That's
in it.
I'll give you maybe a little.
Think about it. I like the fact that this is tied in throughout the entire show from start to finish. Schism has just been going through and just running roughshod over everybody backstage.
Right.
And now, hey, Ivy, now you're the last person to be involved in the Diamond Mine. So now we know if there's anyone that we go after and the Creed brothers are going to show up, it's you.
Part of me wondered if it was going to be Kiana.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
All right. Rocco Mini Beth. That's probably my favorite comparable. I do see her as a smaller, she gives me that Beth vibe for sure. Like mini Glamazon.
Oh yeah. I was trying to find a joke there, but I couldn't quite make it. But yeah, 100%.
Announced today, UFC 293 in Australia, Israel Adesanya for Sean Strickland.
I'll take Izzy. Already out the gate.
Yeah, me too. It's so hard to bet against Izzy, though.
Honestly.
What
Is
else?
it so interesting? Side note that UFC always managed to have at one point or another that type of fighter, whether it be John Jones, whether it be Anderson Silva, whether it be Izzy, that
Wow.
literally no matter who you, Keanu James with the 1, 2, 3,
With a little
but
bit
no
of
matter
help.
who you put them against, it's kind of hard to bet against them. I kind of, well, it makes sense in the sense of what we're getting here to where Keanu James wins. They're all just kind of letting her leave because they're just waiting to pick at the fucking carcass pause. That is Ivy Nile now after she took an L in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets distracted by Ava.
There you go. 6-0. Has there been 6 matches, guys? Honestly, has there been 6 matches?
Honestly, did you really predict all of them right? I'm
All
waiting
right.
for the day we actually do an actual live show and some of these people
Oh.
we got. No, we're gonna have scorecards that get handed in at the end
Right.
here.
Show your work.
Right.
Oh, we got hey, the Goombas.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know how I feel that this man's wearing. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. Of this man's wearing an orange tracksuit that looks like a fucking prison jumpsuit.
wait. Does Stacks not look like the skinny kid from Road Trip, or the kid from fucking Hustle and Flow?
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Does he not? With curly hair.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting the breakup of between
See, this
Los
is where
Lobos, the Latin lovers.
This is where NXT kind of kills me a little bit of like, but I miss
Just
you.
when I thought that was out, they pulled me back. EQ thoughts on Gable Stevenson making shockwaves. I think you saying that right there and us saying that right there is about the same as WWE said on it. So we're gonna move it on.
The jury is out. We'll revisit that upon later information.
Yeah, I don't think
It's a tough one.
it is. You ain't missing nothing if he ain't there.
We are embarrassing to Grandpa.
Oh, lad.
This is so dramatic. It's like a fucking part. It's a clip from Lethal Weapon.
It's a fucking telenovela right now.
Yeah, telenovela.
There we go. I don't know why I almost said it like Nutella, but
you're just waiting for like the scantily clad lover to come in the room and be like, "Aren't you okay?"
Well, no, now they're just looking over the frame photo. Oh, we have the single tear. All right, This is. I almost feel like this is intentional.
Now I'm waiting for Los Lobos to break into song here. Hello, 3-3. There has been apparently there's 7 matches. What the fuck is going on?
And we've gone off the rails as we had, Los Lotharios, the Latin lovers there, just expressing their Latin love for each other.
Right.
As we've got Metaphor backstage confronting Tyler Bate about his fake Heritage Cup.
Yeah. And now they're just asking for it back.
So you want me to just give a championship back?
Oh, now we got 2 trophies. Am I seeing double? Now it's turned into a British sitcom. Great.
I was gonna say the vitamins are taking in full effect here.
There seems to be 2 of us.
Right? Or we're that one dude from the Simpsons mob there. What do you want me to do, boss? I'm seeing 2 of them over here.
Right.
Abuela deserves better. What about Hasbula? What?
Yeah. Wait.
Watching Cody wrestle is like eating cereal without milk. Lee, that's an aggressive statement. Bold statement.
I disagree. I was going
to say, what does it say about me that I like watching Cody wrestle?
Yeah,
and I also eat cereal without milk.
I would say sometimes him cutting a promo is like cereal without milk. It's dry as fuck.
Yeah, but I eat cereal without milk. So what the fuck are you trying to say about me?
Put some water on it, boy.
No, Cody's. I think he really hasn't lost as much momentum. I think people are still just more of they're mad that he didn't win at 39, and now because it still makes sense and he's still doing well, they're like, well, fuck, I still need to be mad about something around him.
So did they just confirm? I think Tyler Bate gave the trophy back to get a shot at Nathan Frazier. I think that's what happened. Fact checkers out there, let me know. And Lee, welcome to the stream. And folks, we are heading towards the main event. Rey Mysterio walking Dragon Lee out. I will remind everybody, if you haven't hit like and subscribe yet, do so. Become a For Lifey. Join our membership. More perks coming your way. And we got lots to get into. We're here all week long. Back at it tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Why?
Set that up nice. But we literally watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Saw a lot of new faces popping in the chat tonight. This is the channel for fans by fans. We are the Wrestling Utopia. Be a part of this beautiful family that we have created, and join myself, Nick, and Luna as we continue to bring you wrestling content.
Well, and even then, 100% if you get our honest to God, this is, you know, like you said all the time, of we're live more than anybody else. Of we're up to the minute, you know, 100% the pulse of what's going on in wrestling at that day, at that time, 100%.
Okay, so he owes him one. I mean, I feel like it's implied that Tyler would get a title shot. We're at a shot at the Heritage Cup.
Isn't he kind of the halfway champion? He's the FDW champion of, you know, the TNT championship. So doesn't he get a challenge at that? Right?
You think he would, being that he was holding the, I don't know. It's all fucked up, but I believe that's where we're heading.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Van saying Dragon Lee for the win. It's Star versus Nathan at Heat Wave. Then Bate gets winner. I gotta check. Am I missing NXT pay-per-view or premium live event?
No, it's another one of the Tuesdays, another one of the specialty Tuesdays in a couple weeks, I believe.
Okay, so I am missing. I don't recall them advertising a Heat Wave.
No, they haven't really got into like talking about Heat Wave so much yet. But
now see, it's interesting because one show like NXT does that on a weekly show, and the other show, or the other companies sold out one of the biggest arenas in the UK, and still doesn't really talk about it. Still doesn't really advertise anything for it.
They sold 80,000 tickets. They really don't have to.
Cool. Well, all right. Well, that's great. And I'm still, like I said, I'm of the twisted mind of, if everything's a surprise, I'll go with you just for the novelty, and just it'll be a huge reaction either way, because I think at this point you're selling people on an experience more than an event.
Yes.
Yeah, would you? At this point, it's almost become more of, you want to be able to say I was there at All In at Wembley, then, you know, or I watched it, what have you, then, oh, I wasn't there.
Okay, so yes, sorry, just on a quick side note, August 22nd is Heat Wave, televised episode of WWE, and Trick Williams Ilya will be one of the matches on it. It looks now like we're going to get the other two as well.
Right.
There we go.
There we go. Jake, what up? People keep comparing Kurt Angle to Gable Stevenson, but it's a little too early to tell. We haven't seen him enough to learn. Well, I don't think we'll be seeing much of him beyond this to really learn. So you can have that. That might be what I'm mad at.
Sorry, I lost you.
No, you're good. I was like, and he's not there.
No, I was reading. Yeah, I was just reading up on Heat Wave. Heat Wave.
Isn't Tyler technically the legit champ since he beat Noam? No, because Nathan beat Noam. That's why he went comatose. He went weekend at Bernie's.
Tyler just won a fake championship, which he gave back to Noam, which is silly, but Noam needs it. It's his favorite thing in the world, even though he knows it's fake, which is ridiculous. So
it makes as much sense as Jimmy Uso turning back on Jey Uso to help out Roman Reigns beat Jey Uso.
hello, Tiffany. How are you? How are you? Welcome on back. Good to see you.
Right,
Dom for the win. A lot of people taking Dom, dude. I feel like this one's tougher to call than
Who are you gonna take? Because I know who I'm gonna take.
Yeah, I think you're gonna go Dragon. I'll go Dom just to be the opposite of you.
See, honestly, initially earlier today, I thought you would probably go the other way, but yeah, I'm taking Dragon Lee. I could see to where Tiffany Epiphany. But I could see Dragon Lee wins this. We start to see more of the crumbling amongst Judgment Day, and we initially even thought outside of the big reaction for Dom of this was maybe win it 1 week, lose it the next. So we weren't expecting a huge title reign here, and I still think Dragon Lee could end up part of the LWO.
Interesting, very interesting. Maybe her voice goes right through my skull still.
Oh baby, oops, I did it again.
Yeah, but from her it would be more like fucking pitchy. Like, I wonder even if I can,
like
no, let's not try and do that. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that
game. But yeah, I can't even go that high pitch. My voice won't let me. But yeah, it'd be squeaky.
That's because we have this thing called testosterone. Dragon Lee.
There you go.
Gable Stevenson came across very cocky. He was better than wrestling. Got too far much shine, in my opinion. Fair enough. Juice, what up? As
he's supposed to come across very cocky, though.
Why?
People made a lot of comments about Stevenson coming across cocky and da. But he's an elite level athlete, so he does have a chip on his shoulder. I'm not really sure why people he's coming in, he's trying to prove himself. He's got to have a bit of swagger. But it's a weird group, dude.
No, I like that we were getting this intermingling of shit and everything, because that's honestly, we miss this in pro wrestling to where you act like it's its own ecosystem. Everything comes across like it's sterile and it's singular versus it's a living, breathing ecosystem where we have Wesley driving off, confronting Trick of saying, hey, let your boy Mello know I'm coming for him. Right. Oh, I know Messenger. And then we've got Damon Kemp walking out here with
Miles.
And hey, shout out to Gulak for getting a 205 Live t-shirt on WWE in 2023.
Nice. And Miles Bourne was back in the house.
Man, but I'm saying you got them walking out as Tricks out there. Like you just got
everybody's interacting.
Not forced, but still this interaction, like they all still exist in the same ecosystem. NXT Championship #1 contender match next week between Wesley and the Dijak. Yeah, do it. Listen to me.
I like that. And I think Dijak might be the guy.
Oh, and you got your wish. We got Dana Brooke versus Blair Davenport next week, by the way.
That wasn't my wish. That was my fear. I don't like it. I really don't like it.
Krampus always shows up, and gives you what you deserve. What?
Booyaka, jumping out the sky. R-E-Y.
Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y.
Mysterio.
Oh, here we go.
Vance, Lyra better be a better feud for than Cora. Interesting. I don't know.
Well, we don't know where Cora's at.
And my jury's still out on my jury's still out when it comes to Lyra. Valkyria.
My. I want to see Pillman. He's supposed to be in the audience.
All right.
We'll see. Relax. Calm down.
We have not seen him yet, but someone else had brought that up as well. So is he? Now we saw Vincent Dutch in the audience. It didn't mean shit.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, they've got to be sitting in that one obligatory seat that you always see for NXT shows. Yeah, Ray's out here with a shirt. Oh, no, it's him and Eddie.
Yes.
Sidebar.
The t-shirt should say we are
everyone initially, and I even myself thought it was Ray and Dom.
Yeah.
When it's Ray and Eddie because it's Riva La Raza on the back.
Right.
And that goes back to Ray's coldest statement.
Right.
Ice cold statement.
Razor or
go ahead.
Doms, right?
Yes, Doms.
Yeah.
To where, well, do you think you and your father will ever reconcile? Well, my father's not here anymore. Viva, Viva la raza.
Dragon Lee getting the intro and the rub from Ray. So here comes Dragon Lee. Don't worry, folks. Your shit is not freezing. It's just Dragon Lee. I kind of want
I'm telling you,
doing this.
He has main card, mid title. Yeah, what in the name of Mortal Kombat fatality shit was that?
They do this pause freeze frame. I think if they're going to go into the visual behind it, it's got to be quicker. That pause take like, oh wait, all right, now we get some visual. Just do it quicker.
Or even then, just show highlights instead of, it's like Royce the 5'9's Caterpillar music video out there of, this right here for another one. It's just so awkward. I remember the first time I saw it, I literally thought my computer was fucking up because he froze. But Dragon Lee has mid card title on the main roster to me written all over it already. Yeah. Like I said, I think he ends up being LWO. We could see maybe it all depends on how Austin Theory versus Escobar goes for the U.S. title, I feel.
Very much so. I mean, a lot of people are thinking that Escobar might take that title, which might make an interesting dynamic amongst the group. But we do have the Judgment Day coming out, folks. We will take your predictions. I know most people are voting for Dom. I didn't see any Dragon Lee votes outside of you.
One and only.
I like Bash. Right? I like Bash's comment.
Ray found a new son. Yeah.
Right?
He wears a mask like I wear a mask.
Eddie is your dad, but I'm taking Dragon Lee. I want to see Pillman. Oh, yeah, we got that one. Rollins. Despite Cora saying she's done with NXT, she's also still a heel. She's a terrible heel. I don't get the Cora Jade thing. There's no aspect of Cora Jade where I'm like, this girl's really great. So she could go off to AEW, join Sky Blue, and they could be a perfect tag team.
They could be Sky Jade.
Sky Jade. But hey,
by the way, speaking of excellent, speaking of great, I have Rhea Ripley on my screen and just I'm getting a little hot and bothered here by mommy over here.
I mean, I could imagine Cora showing up on the main roster, being another one of Trish's young lackeys, or maybe a new member of Judgment Day.
Trish establishes her own kind of NXT, her own nexus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, her own little female nexus.
There we go. But we are underway with Dragon Lee versus Dom Mysterio. Dom Guerrero. And the fog is still higher than...
Are they chanting, "Let's go, Eddie"?
Maybe they saw the T-shirt too, because like I said, I thought it was Dom and then it was Eddie.
Right. That's what they're chanting. Hey, that's Eddie.
Right.
They all had the epiphany you did.
Exactly. We all had a Tiffany epiphany together.
There you go. Cora could skateboard with but her skateboard's made of styrofoam. Didn't work so well.
Paper mache. Get it right.
She's just a skater girl. She said, "See you later."
See you later, girl. Yeah. Hurricane.
Escobar should get the title, in my opinion. I'm okay with it, EQ. What do you think?
Oh, I think Escobar wins. I was more of just... I think Dragon Lee might be... I don't know if he's developing or if he's learning the WWE style a bit more, or if he's just spinning his wheels a bit in NXT. It's that little bit of could be one way, could be the other.
Yeah. And I do think there's certain athletes like a Dragon Lee that they put them in NXT just to amalgamate to the system. More than they need seasoning, they just have to adjust.
You mean like unlike AW, to where they just drop somebody that unless you watch all of the wrestling you've never heard of into the main event of a show? What?
right? Like, that's the difference between NXT and, like, I think what AEW Dark or Elevation should have been, instead of just spot matches to get people work and then like squash match, squash match, squash match, that they really treated it like a developmental. And I don't get the vibe that they really ever harness that. Now I think they still have an
It's
opportunity.
become Ring of Honor. That's what it is.
Yeah, Ring of Honor Dark, which has hurt the product. Ring of Honor is lacking identity right now, and I think they should find it.
Ring of Honor is the NXT level up, and somehow I feel like Rampage has become NXT when it comes to AEW. But we are in commercial break, so their break spot was Dragon Lee. It's kind of a bottom rope baseball slide on a dom, and then gets into it with Rhea and Ray on the outside.
Yeah. Tiffany should face Lyra next. They fought at Stand and Deliver, but Cora injured Lyra before the event, so she wasn't 100%.
And Tiffany will pick the fucking feathers off of that chicken wing bitch.
Dude. All right.
Enough said. No.
All right.
Would you like to present a counter argument, sir?
You're a peacock. You got to let her fly.
I'm a peacock, and you got to let me fly.
Right.
Still a despot. What? No one else has done it?
I like this. It's Dom Guerrero. and Dragon Mysterio.
Honestly, I feel like it could be that at this point.
Right. I will call him Junior.
I will. Yeah, you have that.
Really, Ring of Honor just announced Gravity versus Shane Taylor. First, come on now. Shane Taylor should be on Dynamite and have something of substance, especially with a guy like Keith Lee.
No, I don't want him on Dynamite. I want him on Collision. Well, actually, no. When you mentioned
Collision
Keith Lee
would be beautiful.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But still, just give me the actual talented pro wrestlers on Collision. Give me the sports entertainers on Dynamite.
Yeah, fair enough. But Shane Taylor is a great talent, a vet, and they could do a lot with him. Instead of Rick Ross, Shane Taylor would have been a nice fit and would have made sense and can wrestle and can add things other than funny, one-liners. Gravity versus Shane Taylor doesn't even sound like a fun match. Anyone out there goes, this one's going to be a good one. Anybody who's watching right now, almost 60 people, anyone out there going, fuck, I got to tune in. Where do I find that match?
Well, I was going to say, and if you do, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself deep in the soul and say, is this really the match that I want to watch? Is this the best wrestler that is out there? Or am I just bought into the hype here?
Fuck. Shane Taylor's one leg weighs more than Gravity, but we're gonna do this.
Well, it's just even then, well, what I just hate, and you can always see it when it comes to AEW, to where somebody signs a deal, somebody catches on, somebody gets, catches Tony's, flavor of the week or whatever, and then they're featured on every fucking
everything.
Match. We saw it with Vikingo, we saw it with Commander, we've seen it now with Gravity, and it's especially the luchadors. But literally, you bludgeon competitors into submission to where literally they no longer hold any water or weight or relevancy with the audience because you've seen them so fucking much.
Yeah, and again,
in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, and in addition to that, there's no story behind them. They're just a dude to 90% of us, right? And I know I take us out of the equation because we watch so goddamn much, but even to us who are, I don't follow the life and time of Gravity. I mean, last time I heard he was hanging out with Newton, I have no idea.
Fair enough. I was about to say, Gravity is an asshole to me. Every time, always be knocking my ass down. Everything like that. So, I mean, me and Gravity might need to throw hands here. He's a heel to me. I still love, though, that I think you especially, we really talked about it on here, and then they kind of took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Of the man that the Gravity forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I still to this moment believe that that's why that match was booked, was it was just too funny not to do it. And Tony is that guy that's like, fuck it, send him out there.
Right. By the way, we have reached the top of the second hour here, so we are going into extra innings here. But also next week we're gonna get Trick Williams versus Drew Gulak. So we're gonna get Trick So he's starting to play 2K23 because he's going through, or no, 2K22 because Xavier is 2K23, but he's going through the tutorial for 2K22.
Oh, there you go.
He's taking on Gulak.
There you go. There you go. I vote for Dragon Lee in the last one. I wanted to read a comment from Paul. What up, guys? Sorry, I'm late to the dance. Better late than never. And you never have to be sorry around here.
As long as you're not here like Michael Jordan with the last dance, we're all good.
That's funny. Bandito and Gravity should be a good tag team. Yeah, they should. Not
They're
jobbers.
fucking brothers. I would hope so.
Get along a little bit for a while.
No, man. Goddamn.
Dom is untying the mask of Dragon Lee. And Dragon Lee putting up a lukewarm stop in the battle.
No,
Hey, now.
no, sorry, no.
There's a little weak sauce.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you've seen the pictures of like Penta to where he's got half his mask ripped off. It's just gushing blood. And
Big
he's holding
back
someone
elbow.
else's mask. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Dragon Lee is firing up. And you know what? With all the heat that Dom gets on the main roster, these are good matches for him to show and to work. Oh, wait.
Popped
Swappy.
up and then like literally I've never seen that really of like the pop-up kind of like Cheeky Nando's kick and then the
Cheeky
dragon
Nando's
screw.
kick. Yeah. Sloppy on the
This is
dragon
still
screw
all
there.
in run over. This is literally, if you're not watching this live, if you're the DVR in this, if you're Jim Cornette with the DVR, your DVR is probably cut off.
My shit stopped. I had to restart it.
There we go. So I'm
like, no.
I'm out here flying solo. Oh, diving in. 1, 2, 2 count.
Good match.
Fantastic match. Lucha.
Miro can't get a match. Archer has to go to the Indies to get a match. Listen, the two guys I would love to see more of. Hold on for Miro. They're doing good things with him.
Collision has Miro match once a week now.
It's bubbling. He's bubbling. I hope it leads to something.
He's the jobber squasher.
Right? Oh! Dragon Lee.
Oh.
Nice. But yeah, we I think it was our buddy Dale who said that like 10:08 is like
Well, still they got 5 minutes this has been a good match.
Gravity can go away. Then we all be floating.
Oh yeah. That on the moon here. Oh, I hate this. This is such a setup for the Alberto Del Rio spot as the double stops as Don hangs himself.
I always hated that.
2 count. I hate that spot because it's such cooperation.
Yeah, like, the guy was trying to get himself up. Just fucking slide out. What are you doing? And if you see him coming,
the only way that works is if you hit it within seconds of that. You can't drag that out any bit. That can't last longer than 10 seconds.
Wow, net breaker. Another 2. Good match. I like it. AEW does 0 character development in the wrestlers. I wouldn't say 0, but very close, Mark, not just to be picky. Giving me a story of who Gravity is. Does he have a backstop, a character, or backstory? I'm assuming anything. Yeah, I agree.
He's Buzz Lightyear.
No, Lucha Lightyear. Get it correct.
Yeah, he's El Buzzo.
El Buzzo. To Tijuana and beyond. A wizard is
619. I was going to say that's the end of Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 3.
Right.
But I was gonna frog splash into nothing. I'm starting to wonder, could this powerbomb 1, 2 count. Could this have the potential? Speaking of Guerreros and Mysterios and all of that, does this have the potential to be on par with Eddie versus Ray in the Mysterio outfit?
No, God, no. No.
You don't think you could ever be in
not
the
even in the ballpark? No.
Fair enough.
I don't think so. Maybe I'm just biased, but I don't think it's the same thing. Dragon Lee takes the belt. There you go.
Hits him with the belt.
It's over.
Michinoku Driver.
And still North American champion. It's gonna get interesting, man.
Ray fucked up. Ray was gonna hit Dom with the belt and stopped, and then
Dragon
Rhea
Lee get mad
clowned
at him.
Dragon with it.
8-0, decent night, but predictable. Shit, Larry.
Booker T, what a champion against all.
8-0. Who's taking Ray out? Balor or Priest? Right? Nobody.
I think at this one it might be Dragon Lee. Just motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, I thought you were here to help, but I mean,
Right.
he was. The problem is Rhea is also here to help.
Yeah, but he like hesitated. He pump faked with a title shot. You don't pump fake on 3 in the third quarter or in the fourth quarter.
Right. Oh, Dom waving it. Maybe we get Dom versus Ray at Heat Wave.
Well, so who was it that we poo-pooed earlier? Are we gonna just have to take all the poo-poo checks here?
Rhea Ripley says not today. Oh, you know what? If Valkyria come out to help Ray or Thea? Thea versus Rhea. It's Valkyria.
Bro, why is Rhea so much taller than her? Oh, you got your wish of Lyra.
Wow.
No bird feathers at all.
Mixed tag. Things are changing by the minute, player.
I don't care. Why?
Why what?
So we have Lyra and Dragon Lee. All right, I guess they're gonna be in a mixed tag match with Rhea and Dom, and Ray's gonna just be their manager.
Maybe.
But I'm saying, like, it's just we're just throwing people to be around. This is a moth to a flame of what I feel of. We're just adding people to be around something that's got momentum.
You don't think that over the last few weeks, they had the back and forth with Valkyria and Rhea trying to build her up, and then tonight being a nice
Rhea was trying to motivate her, saying, "Go out there and beat JC Jane and all of that." I'm sorry, you lost your ass, and that's your fault, not mine.
No, but she ended up beating Jane because she lost to Rhea. Rhea challenged her.
Right, but either way, I'm like, what the fuck you got to be mad at me for?
But earlier tonight they had an interaction and kind of felt like there could be an issue there. So I think you put her as someone to try to. You need somebody to equalize Rhea.
I think you're true. I think WWE has the problem of they keep constantly choosing the path of most resistance instead of the path of least resistance.
In what case? I don't understand.
Well, you can sort the situations where they had Jimmy involved with that, when they had 18 other options that they could have chose with that. You could have had Dragon Lee win this belt, and then hey, we're done with this. Oh, we're still selling the dissension between Judgment Day.
Your choice as if you were booking was just take the easy out, it would be easier to give it to Dragon Lee instead of continuing the storyline and have Dom win and continue to be the biggest draw on your show.
Because you're saying, take the easy route. No,
that's what you said. It's like
I said take the logical sense.
I think it was perfectly logical. Dom cheated to win. He continues to be the biggest draw on the show. I think it's perfect. Dragon Lee has to chase him a little more. And then, like I said, you have history between Valkyria, who you're trying to build up, who I'm not even sold on, but Valkyria coming out and standing up to Rhea Ripley, who has this mentor vibe over her. Again, I think they're building something here that will come to, whether it's Heat Wave or the next thing. I don't think it's complicated or
no one said it was complicated.
You said the path of
no, I'm just saying it. To me personally, it wasn't the best direction that they could have gone. No one was saying it was complicated.
Would that not be more complicated than the simplified version of just give the belt to Dragon Lee?
No.
I don't think they have to.
I'm saying they chose the issue that they didn't need to, because now we've got we're getting convoluted shit. To me, they could have gone to where Dragon Lee wins this.
Yeah, but that's the easy out. But like Dragon Lee not winning doesn't change the fact that you're still building Dom as this great heel, and the eyeballs that are tuning into NXT because of Dom being on it, you keep it going. Like, I don't understand why Dragon Lee had to win this one for you.
Because to me, I would sell the Ascension amongst the Judgment Day more.
Yeah, but the Judgment, like Rhea and Dom don't have any dissension between them building.
They're involved in the Judgment Day. I would have led that to where we're getting cracks and we're getting foundation slips and everything like that. To where that's why we're getting maybe a JD involved.
Does
we're
that
getting
not
this and that.
sound like the path of most resistance? If you're going to try and tie in this to that, I mean, at the end of the day, you're building an NXT storyline here.
Well, initially, Dom's here. He's a main roster talent, and he's here, to advance stories and everything like
that. Yeah, and that's what I think he's doing. I think this really continues. And now you get, Dragon Lee gets a nice rub from Ray. He doesn't have to win the belt on the first night. I'm curious to see where this goes. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't understand why you feel like that was a bad choice to keep Dom as the champion. I think it's the best for business as far as now goes.
I'll say having Lyra involved is a worse decision than having Dom still as champion.
Why? You need,
because to me that makes less sense than having Dom as champion.
What's nonsensical about it? There's a relationship between Valkyria and Rhea.
Yeah, teacher mentor, but we've had nothing that's shown to where the student needs to be upset at the teacher.
No, but Valkyria is trying to break free from it, and she didn't like what happened earlier tonight, and she basically made it clear of do not. Somebody actually said it in the chat. Somebody predicted this, was that Valkyria told her not to get involved, so it was almost like a threat. That's where I get it. Like, so this was pre-set up. I think it was good storytelling right to the end, and now you need a balance.
At the end of the day, you can have that.
Yeah.
That ain't what I'm mad at.
I'm not sure. I was right with it. I was surprised that you were like, oh, this is dumb. I'm really shocked.
Agree to disagree, as we tend to.
Absolutely. It's like that pretty new title that we would
like I said, you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
Right. Steve G giving it a 9 out of 10. We actually had wrestling matches tonight instead of filler BS. That's a good show. 7.5 out of 10 rays.
Who's that jumping out the sky? REY.
7 out of 10. Show flowed nicely. It really did. 8 out of 10. I doubt I'll ever do that again. Don't know what you did.
Why?
7 out of 10 from Boston. I think Roxanne should have been in that spot since Ray spoke to her earlier. That would have worked. I would have been okay with Roxanne being involved. That could have worked.
Wait, what? So we're saying that we should have done maybe something different? Why?
No, I don't think they should have done anything different. I think they built up the Valkyria thing, and Valkyria told her, do not get involved, and she did get involved. They're trying to build this lady, and they think highly of her. I don't know how I feel about her yet, but they are trying to build her, and this is how you do it. She's stepping up to Rhea. That is good for her career. That is good for the crowd getting used to who she is. And it's been built over 4 weeks. So for them not to do it, they built for nothing. So they've been building this and building this. It makes sense. And that this is where it was heading. They put it all together tonight. I don't know what the next step is. We'll find out.
You can have
7-0. I love when I get them all, Lou.
The whole time I was saying you can have, I was putting the hand up. You can have that.
Ali versus Dirty Dom now. Ali did call out the winner of this match. That'd be very interesting. I like this. Great point, Nick. That's a good shout, KJ.
Well, that follows over with. I'm not picking sides.
Yeah, no, you don't need to. This is a healthy.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Judgment Day is coming to WWE SmackDown. Maybe they're fucking everywhere else.
Maybe. Bye.
The Bird Lady is pretty cute. There you go. See, winning fans already.
Caw.
Yeah, I don't listen. We haven't said many good things about her because we really don't know. And then they just started building her up over the last few weeks. So, I mean, I'm going to give them credit for the stuff they've done over the last little while here. And whether we like Valkyria or not, I mean, to me, it seems where they were going. Yeah, Lyra was trying to convince Rhea not to help Dom, to make Dom prove himself, but she still interfered. Ding. Richard, sounds like storytelling instead of out of left field. Tony Khan calls and wants his booking back. 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10. No, keep arguing. Becky is the GOAT. You shut up.
Shut up.
Becky's running a fucking lemonade stand, guys.
Bro, I trust me. I've been drinking lemonade all night, my guy.
Right? How can you love Bloodline and tear apart Judgment Day? Just saying.
I'm not
I don't think we
tearing
did
apart.
either.
So, well, no, because
Oh,
I know
you.
this is addressed to me, so I'm going to answer it. I'm not tearing apart Judgment Day. I'm tearing apart at times, to me, NXT's disjointed storytelling of to where they start to go one way, they include main roster storylines, they don't, but then they go another way. What? Go ahead. Yeah, I see you fucking
I'm
emoting
baffled
all the
though
way back
because
there.
they did exactly what you're saying they didn't do. You're saying, oh, the disjointed storylines and da da da. They actually built this over 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They built this, and now it's coming to fruition. And you're like, oh, just no, it's been continual. It's been perfect. Like there was no what's disjointed about the story they told, other than you're not a big fan of it. It was
Well, no, to me, initially, Rhea was supposed to be the advocate, the go and beat JC, like do it on her,
and she was, which ties into the story. Yes.
Right, but now all of a sudden, she's involved.
No, but they've always been linked, and she was pushing her to step out. And like we just had in the chat was now she said, like, don't get involved. And there's a level of respect there for Rey Mysterio. So, I mean, again, to me, what you're saying is they're disjointed. I mean, I think they're telling a continual story here. You might not like the characters involved, but they are doing exactly what you said they're kind of not doing.
Sorry, I'm just popping over. No, fuck off. Round 2, fight.
Fight. Right.
I like JD better than Bloodline. No, whoa. That comes down to recency bias here. That's a whole other thing.
That's a matter of
Well, I've seen people even saying if you go back and you look at when Roman was cutting the promo and he was trying to take credit away from Jimmy, where he was saying of how you can't be a tribal chief and a twin at the same time. So maybe Jimmy made a choice.
Yeah. You shut up, gamer. I'm not playing with you right now.
What?
The new, what do you say? The new world title is ugly. He's just being a shit.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Right. Lyra is a great wrestler. Her character is just a bit strange, which makes it hard to love her. Yeah, I feel like that's where I've struggled with her for sure. But I commend them on trying to build her up. Boom, 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 boom. 7 out of 10. Round 2 fight. I like JD better.
And I like how everyone's literally, this is what you tune into. Well, maybe we'll hopefully tease. We'll see what happens schedule wise on Saturday. If this might just be to where we finally take the gloves off and we pick the topics of what we want to go at about.
I think Lyra turning on Rhea was a bit quick. Fair enough. Rhea only interacted with Lyra 3 weeks ago. No, multiple weeks. It wasn't just 3 weeks ago. So again, there is no disconnect.
You're on there.
For 4 weeks, they continually revisit each other. So I mean, this is ongoing. So I don't know. I don't agree with that. I want to give them credit where it is a Jew. Round 2, no, we're round out.
Right. Roadhouse.
Already defending tomorrow versus Anna Jay. Why not? Talk about just
joining Sheeta wins, by the way. Sheeta wins.
Yeah. What match are you looking forward to tomorrow night on Dynamite, Nick and KJ? Oh, you're asking me to remember the full card off the top of my head. I mean, RVD is going to be at Dynamite, man. I got to tune in for that.
100%. I won to me at that point. It's does he come out to walk, and does Tony, put the penny up there for getting Pantera, or does he come out to, the fear I see in the back of your mind makes me believe?
No, he's coming out to Pantera. They're going to play with that because I may be wrong, but I have a feeling that WWE owns that one, the one of the kind. I think they own it.
Right, yeah, they own the Breaking Point one. Yeah, but that's still that's a hefty penny to get Pantera. I mean, we only got Final Countdown for one night, and how many people are jamming Final Countdown versus Walk by Pantera?
Yeah, man probably dropped. It's crazy. Judgment Day is changing their music to Arms Wide Open. Thoughts? I thought I'm going to bed.
With arms wide open. Well, at the end of the day, there is no place then that you need to be with the Wrasslin for Life
Network.
I was going to say, tie it into the RVD.
One too many. But that's it. That's all we got tonight, folks. Like people are pointing out, we are back tomorrow for Dynamite. Make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be a fun one. We will see what episode 201 has in store for us. RVD will be taking on Jack Perry for the FTW Championship in an FTW rules match. By the way, I didn't really know that was a thing. So we will see what that entails. Plus, we got a lot going on. They're starting to bubble about All In. We'll see what the Bucks have to say about FTR's challenge and so much more. This was a fun one, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you make comments. Check all the links down below. Be a part of the family. Become a member. Nick, I'm done fighting with you. I'm going to bed.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about their wrestling, but about that for life with it. And make you believe I'm one of a kind.
See you on the flip side, folks. Good night.